Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy and turn on the notification because 98% of people watch this channel but haven't subscribed yet. Geiger was going to make new armor for Yuji's pet, but this town had a serious problem. The main problem was that Geiger could make his monster armor if there were high-quality materials. If the armor uses ordinary materials, then the armor will quickly disintegrate. This could happen because Yuji's pet power was too strong. All the beast tamers in this world possessed mediocre strength. But when Geiger saw Yuji with his eyes, he knew there was a difference in Yuji's strength that was far from ordinary beast tamers. Geiger shows an item drop from a monster named Lesser Fire Dragon. This material is very high quality and has a high price in the market. But Geiger told Yuji to look for the item drop from the Blue Lesser Fire Dragon. Drop items from the Blue Lesser Fire Dragon are of high quality to be used as the base material for Yuji's pet armor. Yuji could find these monsters around the mountains here. The Lesser Fire Dragon was complicated to defeat, and the Blue Lesser Fire Dragon was an extremely rare monster. Some groups had a hard time fighting these two monsters, some even died because the Lesser Fire Dragon and Blue Lesser Fire Dragon were too strong. Geiger promised to make Yuji's order armor as soon as possible if he managed to get the item drop from the Blue Lesser Fire Dragon. In addition to these two monsters, there is also a Fire Dragon. But this monster couldn't be defeated because it was too big. After hearing that, Yuji would immediately defeat that Blue Lesser Fire Dragon. Geiger looked forward to Yuji's return.
Oh, 期待しないで待ってるぜ.
Then Yuji went to the Adventurers Guild and took on a lot of Lesser Fire Dragon quests. The receptionist was very surprised because this monster was hard to beat and couldn't just rely on magic. The Lesser Fire Dragon had high magic resistance from the gems within its body. The scales of this monster were also hard, and it was impossible to attack it with physical attacks. The most effective way to defeat this monster is to use large amounts of water. The Lesser Fire Dragon has high heat, and its weakness is water. But it was impossible because it was very difficult to bring the Lesser Fire Dragon into the water. Even other adventurers couldn't carry large amounts of water to defeat one monster. Then Yuji said that there was water magic and he could use it. But the receptionist didn't believe it because the water magic required a massive amount of mana. He also said that to get to the place of the Lesser Fire Dragon, someone must cross a river. The river contained a monster named Man-Eater Base. The Man-Eater Base will immediately appear whenever someone passes river and target that person. Then Yuji didn't care what the receptionist said and kept requesting for the Lesser Fire Dragon quest to be accepted. He also wanted to choose another quest. It's the Man-Eater Base.
ならその依頼も頼む。
話聞いてました？
After arriving at the mountains, Yuji ordered the slimes to check the surroundings and the volcano. Then the slimes asked one of the red slimes there. Yuji just found out that there are slimes like this. After Yuji tamed it, the slimes said that this place was safe to explore because the mountain had no suspicious activity. After that, Yuji and the slimes started looking for Man-Eater Base. Yuji was confused because there was no sign of the monster even though he was already around the river. But the red slime said that Man-Eater Base was in this river. Because of that, Yuji immediately looked for it by making a magic net from slime to catch the monster. At first, the slimes didn't find Man-Eater Base. But when the two slimes went deeper, they saw a monster, and it was Man-Eater Base. Then Yuji immediately pulled him up and was about to kill this monster. After that, Yuji went back to exploring the mountains, and there were a lot of Lesser Fire Dragons there. Yuji asked the slimes to kill this monster, but they couldn't because they were afraid to fight it. Because of that, Yuji would fight it himself first. After the slimes see the Lesser Fire Dragon die easily with just water, the slimes will help Yuji to kill as many Lesser Fire Dragons as possible. Then the slimes found the Blue Lesser Fire Dragon. Yuji rushed to where the monster was and tried to fight it one time. But the water attack had no effect on the blue lesser fire dragon. Because of that, Yuji cast ice magic many times until the monster died. Yuji put the monster carcass into the slime storage and took the blue lesser fire dragon drop item. After that, Yuji and the slimes would kill a few more lesser fire dragons until the afternoon. Then Yuji returned to the Adventurers Guild to hand the Lesser Fire Dragon quest to the reception girl. She was surprised that Yuji had already killed 202 Lesser Fire Dragons in a day, even defeating the extremely ferocious Man-Eater base. Yuji also said that the Man-Eater base monster was at the bottom of the river and had to lure it out to kill it. Then the reception girl immediately wrote a report about this monster's abnormal activity. Usually, Man-Eater base is always on the surface of the water, and this is the first time the monster is at the bottom of the river. The Adventurers Guild will investigate the cause soon, and the reception girl thanks Yuji for saying this. Yuji goes to the armor shop at night, giving all his farming items drops to Geiger. Geiger and his employees were surprised that Yuji could collect items of this quality in a day. Because of that, Geiger would make the best armor for Yuji's pet overnight. The next day, Yuji's armor was ready. Geiger was proud to be able to make armor of this quality again. Then he told Yuji to test the durability of the armor.
体力増強、移動強化、防御力強化。
体が軽いっす。すごいっ
The armor made by Geiger wasn't destroyed, but he wanted to try it one more time because Yuji's magic in battle didn't rely on speed. Then Yuji used his high-level magic to test the durability of Geiger's armor. He also told Geiger not to reveal this power to anyone. Geiger was surprised by the incredible power Yuji had just unleashed. Geiger hesitated when they returned to the armor shop, as this armor would be damaged if Yuji used more magic than he had previously shown. The only suitable armor material to match Yuji's strength was the fire dragon monster in the volcano's magma. But the fire dragon only appears occasionally at a certain time. When the fire dragon appeared, he would stay above the mountain crater and not make a mess. But if someone attacked him with water, the fire dragon would go berserk and attack the city. Then Yuji was still thinking about this at the inn he had stayed. He was worried that a Blue Moon member would attack the fire dragon with water. Because of the previous cities, Blue Moon has acted to destroy the world. Suddenly the slimes contact Yuji that the lesser fire dragon monster is behaving strangely, which is very similar to the monster in Fostan City. Then Yuji immediately told Proud to explore the mountain area, and they met two strange people carrying a barrel filled with water. The fire dragon had suddenly appeared on top of the volcano, and Yuji's guess was right that they would be after this monster to wreak havoc. So Yuji will attack them with his magic before the fire dragon goes crazy because of the water in the barrels.